Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well. Also, I hope that you have enjoyed the gold silver ratio video that I have published last week. If you didn't watch it, go now and watch it because it's very useful and helpful. And also, if you didn't read the my articles on Yahoo Finance or FX Empire, you will find the links in that video description. Okay. All right. Now let's check what had happened from the last video till today. First of all, regarding the fundamental news, we had the yen GDP, which was in negative. This Swiss inflation number was negative also. Negative, but it was higher than the last month. There was no change in the Australian interest rate. The US, Canadian, and New Zealand employment numbers were better. Okay, what about the trade? The trade we have gained. The last time I've recommended you the pound Kiwi long trade, and since that in those 2 weeks I have earned 500 plus pips profit. All right, if you're not sure for that, go check the last week's video and you will find that I have recommended the pound Kiwi dollar long, and we have gained in that time more than 500 pips. Congratulations to myself and any person who has used this recommendation. Alright, next week we have some not so heavy. I can describe that it's moderate week. We have the employment data for the Swiss pound Aussie, and the interest rate for the pound Kiwi and Euro. Okay, we have a very important information here in the Euro GDP. The Eurozone GDP numbers last time was minus 15%. It's a huge number. It's a historical record. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that too much this week. I'm going to postpone it to the next week after the new data release, and it's going to have a huge impact. Let's look at the euro from the technical perspective. Right, one moment. Right, here's the euro index weekly. We can see here that after the announcement of the bad news for the GDP and the employment, the CPI, well, the euro was very negative last couple of months, and it left a lot of gaps here. Here's the first one, here's the second one. Now in addition, we can see that the stochastic is for a very long time overbought. This is for the weekly chart. Let's see here the daily chart for the euro index. Same thing, a gap, another gap here, and stochastic is overbought. Right. As I told you before, I have two strategies in my trading. One of them is the scalping strategy, the short-term trading, which I prefer, and if you want to learn it, you have to download my book, Tricks of the Candlesticks. The link is here below in the description. For the long-term tradings, I'm using an indicator that I invented myself. I call it MFI. Okay, here the MFI this week is giving me a very strong indication for the euro-dollar pair. Here we have seen the euro chart. Let's have a look at the dollar chart. The dollar index chart here, we can see also, look at this star. Okay, this star, we have like month and a half consecutive reds. The stochastic is oversold. Okay, the euro was overbought and the dollar is oversold. Let's look at this is the dollar index chart, daily chart. We can see a couple of indications here. First, it's forming double bottom, but it's not confirmed yet. For the stochastic, we can see that it's forming a rising divergence here against the price direction. The price is falling. The stochastic formed a rising higher bottoms versus lower bottoms for the price. This is called divergence, and it should indicate that the price should be inverted anytime. Okay, so we have a strong indications here for the dollar that is going to go up. Here's for the euro, a very strong indication that it's going to go down. Okay, so my recommendation this week is my own trade. I'm going to short euro dollar trade. Okay, I'm expecting a huge profit from that during this week. Okay, I hope that I hope that the traders who made the last video's profit followed my recommendation and won that huge amount, because I'm expecting here also a huge profit from this trade for the euro dollar, or at least it's my trade. Again, one more time, if you didn't watch the gold silver ratio, go watch it, because it's very interesting video. It has a lot of interesting information. If you would like to learn how to scalp, how to trade, to make intraday trades with a huge profit, you will find a very clear strategy in my book, Tricky Tricks for the Candlesticks. Watch the explanatory video for that. And thank you very much for this week. See you next week.